Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of the schedule, stop in and see what it is I'm up to. Excuse me. It is Sunday, November 15th, 2020. We're starting out on our 35th week of dealing with this Chinese bat flu, stand 6 feet apart, wear a mask, pandemic stuff. Right now in Jacksonville, Florida, it is 83 degrees Fahrenheit with a humidity of almost 70%. Excuse me. So it's a little sticky out there. 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the house. I don't have the AC running, just a couple of fans. I got the doors open. Although I'm thinking about firing the fan up. So anyway, it's 28 degrees Celsius outside, 24 in here. So Slancha. If you need a coaster, save your tops to peanut butter jars and whatever. They work great. This is a vegetable juice. I doctored it up with a little Who's Your Sister sauce, steak sauce, Cajun spice from Badia, Dash, original blend, and a little tiny bit of Earl's scorpion powder, scorpion pepper powder. That stuff is hot. It will spice it up. So this whole place, it smells like roasted frying pan. Last night I was getting ready to make dinner and I went to wipe my little frying pan out, and it was all gummy. I don't know what I put in it, but it did not want to come out. I tried scraping it and it stayed down in there. I put some water in it and boiled it up, and it boiled up, but it was all around the edges. It still didn't want to come off. Excuse me. I don't know what it was. I mean, the last time I had to season it, I used coconut oil and like a Western cooking oil, but I didn't leave a whole lot in the bottom of the pan, so I don't know what happened to it. So I tried cleaning it a couple times last night and then said the heck with it. Pulled out one of the other frying pans, cast iron also. It didn't have the gumminess to it, and I'd seasoned it at the same time the same way. So like I said, I don't know what I did or what happened, but so when I started my coffee up this morning, I popped that pan that I couldn't figure out what was going on with it in the toaster oven, set it at high, and then just let it cook for, I don't know, probably an hour, hour and a half, whatever, over top a piece of tin foil. And it was hot. I went to take it out. It was hot. Like as soon as I put oil in it, it sizzled right on up. I just went with plain cooking oil, salad or light oiled vegetable oil, I guess. I don't know what it is, but I don't know why it got all gummy and scummy and nasty. It was disgusting. So anyway, there's that. Like I said, this whole house, even with the fans going, the back door open, the front door open, this place smells like roasted frying pan. I took it out and coated it probably a half hour ago. So, yeah, anyway. One of the other things I did, I showed yesterday these pictures I've been playing around with my markers. Cali art markers. They are an alcohol base, and I like playing with the alcohol. I like to put it on there and then quickly rub it off. This is one. If you go back and watch the video I did yesterday, because I didn't take before and after pictures. This one was very, very, very dark. Like the colors were more like that, only not runny and like that. This one may still be able to be fixed. I just haven't messed with it. But anyway, I came out with this. Now, one thing I'm not crazy about with these little canvases is you can see right there. That's where the frame is. So when I was rubbing over it, that would get in the way. So it either has to be framed up to that point, or I'm going to have to figure out something to camouflage each of those sides. So I'll work on that. But I think this turned out, I like this a whole lot better than I did the dark one when before I started messing with it. And it still needs some added stuff into it like that one's got. This has a little bit of that line, but it's nowhere near as noticeable. And then this one, again, if you go back and look at the other video, this one I just did very lightly with the markers. I kind of skipped. I didn't color it in. So I kind of like the way this one's coming out. Again, it needs some bushes or whatever in through here, and it's not finished, but I'm kind of liking it the way it is. Put them back there so that, actually I should put them up in front of me so that they're in front of me and I see what all I'm doing. But this is the mess I made. I mean, just rubbing the color off. I mean, I took a lot of color off. Just all, yeah. Some of these I can reuse. I just dip them back in alcohol, and that ink will come right back off again. So, like, I'm not going to throw that away. Although I do have problems differentiating between some of the purples and the blues, but oh well. I may just go ahead and use those to do another small canvas. Just because, I thought I picked up a couple of larger canvases, but I guess not. Anyway. See, it's Sunday. I've already got the bed stripped down and the wash in. I did a lot of stuff before I actually came over here to do my Sunday coffee thing. Just kind of puttering, and you get. I've said it before. I get distracted so easily. Like trying to make my coffee up and take my medication this morning, and realized that I was down to the last one of my pills in my. I have a container that I keep all my medications in, and the one vial was empty, but I'm not out of the medication because they give me. My neighbor just scared the daylights out of me. Thank you, Philip. I guess he thinks I'm old. He brought me over a cane. What was I speaking about? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, my medication. Um, I get they send me the medications in different types of bottles, and like I usually get a 3 month supply of my medications. All the other medications come in one vial, and this one medication they send it to me in 3 different bottles. So I could probably go ahead and, you know, dump them all into the one vial, but I don't. So, supposed to go to the G-Brat's birthday shindig. I don't know. I'm going to go just because it's the Grand Brat's birthday shindig. They don't have any food. It's a party without food. I don't know kids these days. I mean, they'll have birthday cake, but that's, you know, that's it. So used to be kids' birthdays, like, you know, you go to their house, you take a gift to their house, and, you know, the kids are all running around, and the parents kind of sit and congregate and, you know, yakety yak and whatever, and then, you know, birthday cake and whatever. Nowadays, they've always got to go somewhere. They go to Chuck E. Cheese or bounce houses or I don't know. Well, I mean, my granddaughter likes to go camping for her birthday, so we go camping, which is that's not a major big deal. I mean, I like to go camping, but it's the other ones, you know. Like, oh, we're going to go to Universal for the day. Seriously? I'm not going to Universal. I'm not going to SeaWorld. I'm not going to Legoland. It's way too peoply, and way too much having to walk. Especially when the weather is, like, most of the birthdays happen in warmer weather. I think we've only got we got 3. No, there's 4. My other granddaughter birthday. No, that's the same granddaughter. We used to go to the monster trucks for her birthday. And then she decided she wanted to go camping instead. So we do that. And the one G-Brat likes going camping for his birthday. So we do that too. They're like close to the same age. They're in the same grade. Anyway, but yeah, it used to be so easy to just you show up at their house and go to a birthday party. Now it's no, you got to travel all over the world. I guess just different times. And it's nice that, you know, parents can afford to do that type of stuff. It's not cheap. I mean, you have 20 kids show up at Chuck E. Cheese, and you're you know, putting out the money on the cards for them all to play, and the pizzas and the cake, and I mean, you drop a dime or two. Same with going to SeaWorld or one of those other places. Although, I mean, they do limit the number of people that they invite to those type places. So, unless you want to pay your own, you know, then it's like, hey, we're going if you want to pay your own way. Can't blame them. I mean, my God, it's expensive to go down to Orlando. Any one of the parks, you're going to, I don't know, it's $70. Don't quote me on the prices. Yeah, the prices are just they're unbelievable for the day. Most of my kids have yearly passes to the various parks. It just works out cheaper, and if they want to go, you know, on the spur of the moment type thing. There's only a few block out dates, but and they don't do every park every year, of course. I think they do Usually one park a year and rotate around them. But then, of course, none of the kids do the same park at the same time. Let's see. Last year we had a birthday at the zoo. I think it was last year. Maybe it was the year before that. I think it was the year before that. We went out to the zoo for their birthday. That's interesting. Jacksonville Zoo it's a nice enough zoo. I mean, I'm used to the zoo at Philadelphia, and I'm sure that's changed now. I haven't been there in probably 30 years, but and in fact I know it's changed. I've seen some videos of it. It's still the footprint's still the same. It's one of the oldest zoos on the East Coast, I believe. Again, don't quote me, but if memory serves, it's one of the oldest zoos. And yeah, the footprint isn't huge. Jacksonville's footprint isn't huge either. But it's a good size. And like the enclosures, like the different monkey enclosures, are several, I don't know, at least an acre in size, I believe. The whole primate section is several acres. The elephants and giraffe sections are huge, and excuse me. Even like the lion enclosure is a good size. But it's interesting. It's a lot of walking. A lot of walking. So, or riding if you take your wheelchair. I don't like doing that, but sometimes it's a necessity. My knees and ankles do give out after a while. So sometimes it feels kind of foolish walking around just pushing an empty wheelchair, but you know, it is what it is. And by empty, I mean it doesn't have a person in it, because they're never empty. They end up with book bags and, you know, backpacks and, you know, extra jackets and all the other paraphernalia that nobody wants to carry, so, you know, it all goes in the wheelchair. That does come in handy at times, though. Places like SeaWorld, Disney, even going to NASCAR. If you're pushing a wheelchair, they'll come and get you out of line and move you to the head of the line. NASCAR, the last race we went to, they pulled us out of the line, took us to the head of the line. They didn't even wand the chair. I guess there's no reason to wand it. It's all metal. They didn't wand me. They didn't wand the old miss. We just kind of walked through with the wheelchair, and then our entire group. They got wanded, but you know, we jumped, I don't know, probably 60 people. So, I mean, I don't know how the people in line felt. I know I'd have been like, hey, what the heck? But, or maybe thinking, hey, they're VIPs. But yeah, even Disney, at least they used to. I don't know that they still do. I haven't been to Disney in, I can't even remember. Other than to go down and just like go down and ride on the monorail. The old miss and I would do that fairly often just to get down. She'd like to go down there. There's downtown Disney, I think it's called, or something like that. It's just a whole bunch of stores. She'd like to go there, and then we would go actually to Disney and ride the monorail. And that's all we would do. And she'd be happy with that. Other times she'd want to go down and actually, you know, go into Disney. And she had a pass for it. I didn't. So she would go down and do the whole Disney thing down there. But like I said, it's been ages since I've been down there. But when we did go down there, always took a wheelchair or rented a wheelchair. And then when you're standing in line, they would come down and get you and take you through, and you often went through a different entrance than the one that everybody's standing in line for, just so they could get the wheelchair in. And then they would, quite a few of the rides, they would take you in and get you on the ride and say the wheelchair will meet you when you get off. And it would. So, I mean, kind of cool. Like I said, I don't know if it's still that way now, and especially with COVID, I don't know if it's that way at all. But anyway, I think the wash is done. Need to go wipe that frying pan out. See that it doesn't get gummy or whatever, and yeah, see what else is going to go on. My gosh, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon already. This sleeping till noon with the shorter days feels like I never get anything done. But anyway, neither here nor there. Excuse me. Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook or Instagram, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that is on your device of choice. You'll also find my email, which is my PayPal, in case you want to send me, buy me a Coke or a piece of pizza or whatever. You'll also find my regular mail down there, in case you want to send me, cool skull or some feathers or ear bones from a fish. Gift card to Taco Bell or Burger King or whatever. So anyway, you don't have to. I'm not asking. I'm just saying that's what people have been doing. So if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. So I see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Sláinte, y'all. Ooh, hit of that pepper. Bye-bye.